Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Three Questions with Commercial Integrator. Today I am very lucky to be joined by Chris Wildforster, Business Development Manager for Audio Solutions at Axis Communications. Chris, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, Jonathan. And we want to thank yourself and Commercial Integrator for inviting Access Communications to talk about Access Network Audio today. Before we get started, Access Communications and our 3,600 plus employees globally want to wish everybody well during these difficult times.
Well said. Obviously, there are a number of audio providers in the industry. What makes Axis different?
Now, many of you know Access as a security company. We revolutionized the security industry by introducing the first IP video camera about 15 or 20 years ago. So audio is a natural progression. So with Access Network Audio, they're basically network devices that reproduce sound. What we've done in addition to that is we've actually taken a lot of the intelligence in a traditional analog rack and we moved it out into the speaker. Features such as scheduling. Each speaker contains week-long scheduling capabilities. So if you want to schedule tones to play at specific times during the day or night, if you want to schedule messages to play at different times during the day or night, you can do that very easily and efficiently using the scheduling software that's built into the speakers. Our speakers are all PoE powered. So you go from your PoE switch to the speaker, and that sends power directly to the amplifier that's built into the speaker. We also have messaging capability. Each one of the messages that you want to play can be stored directly in the speaker. So you can have different messages scheduled to play at different times of the day, and those messages again are stored directly on the edge in the speaker. In addition to that, we have health monitoring. If you want to monitor the health of the speaker, you can schedule a tone to go through the speaker. The speaker will sense the tone and report back is working okay. And if it doesn't sense the tone, it'll send a message to the administrator, letting them know the speaker needs some attention. So right about now, you're probably saying, okay, Chris, that's great that you have network audio products. What does that mean for me? How's that going to help me provide a more valuable solution, if you will, for my client? Well, when you think about a traditional security system, they're a passive forensic solution, which are great and obviously extremely important. And those systems record all the who, what, when, wheres, and whys of a past event. Now, what happens if you could send a simple audio message out to prevent that event from happening in the first place? So let's say you have an analytic loaded into your access camera, and it's perimeter protection. If somebody crosses a first line, they get a simple message saying, "Hey, you're about to enter a secure area. Please depart the way you came." If they cross a second line, you can send a more forceful message or do a live call out from a monitoring station if you're in that situation, saying, "Hey, you're not supposed to be doing what you're doing. But please depart the way you came. Authorities have been notified." So in this case, you have the camera with the analytic sending a message to the speaker to play a specific message. Remember, each one of these messages is stored in the speaker, so you can actually go through and pick whatever message it is that you want to play. Aggression detection analytics measure the ambient noise in an area, or the normal noise in an area, if you will, the sound floor. When it senses anything above that sound floor, it'll activate. So what does that mean? That means maybe the camera automatically zooms to a specific area and you play a message letting the participants know that security's been notified and they should relax and chill out. So by playing an audio message warning people that they're being watched and security's been notified, you've prevented a situation from escalating into a physical altercation or worse. Now, from a business perspective, we want to increase ROI, return on investment. And how do we do that? Maybe we have queue monitoring that monitors how many people are in a line and whether to open up another register or not. Maybe we can put together people counting so you can basically count the people in a specific area to make sure that it's not being overcrowded. If that counting goes above a certain number, you can send a message out saying, "Hey, this area is closed. Please wait your turn." There's any number of analytics for a business application. You think about analytics to reduce shrinkage. That basically, again, putting the analytic in our camera will send a message out to let somebody know they're being watched. So we also offer migration devices. And what these migration devices do is they allow an existing analog system to work on the network. So it gives network capability to an existing analog system. We're seeing a lot of our clients today want to insert PSA announcements into their analog system. And it's very easily and cost-effective way to do it is using our C8033 and C8210, which are our two migration devices. So that avoids a total rip and replace, but yet adds network capability to an analog system. So in these brief examples, you can see how we've tied IP video with IP audio and analytics all together to form an end-to-end solution. Our speakers communicate with our camera, and our cameras communicate with our speakers via VAPIX over category cable. And we also work with multiple VMS systems out there, whether it's Axis Camera Station, Genetec, or Milestone, as well as others.
What else new is happening with Axis?
So what's new? I'm glad you asked that, Jonathan. We have a couple of new speakers to round out the current line of Axis network audio speakers. We've got the C1410, which is a surface mount speaker. It has all the capabilities of our existing portfolio of products. The PoE-powered health monitoring, messaging capabilities, and scheduling. But in addition to that, it's got a built-in PIR. So what's an application for that? Let's say you have a facility and people are constantly using an emergency exit to go in and out of the building. And you want to stop that because obviously security might get a message each time the door is activated. So you put the speaker in that area with a PIR pointed towards the door, obviously. And if somebody goes near that door, it'll play a message saying this is an emergency exit, please do not use. So in addition to the C1410, we have a new horn, which is the C1310E. That new horn replaces the existing C3003E. Some of the main differences are it's got a wider temperature range. It's minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit to plus 140 degrees Fahrenheit. In addition to that, it has two built-in IOs. So if you want to have a panic button, or if you want to maybe have a PIR, you can take those sensors, wire them directly to the speakers. And remember, the messages are stored directly in the speaker, so once you hit the panic button or once the PIR is crossed, the messages will play right out of the speaker.
How can an integrator new to network audio work with Axis?
So I guess to summarize, what makes Axis network audio speakers different than others in the market today? Well, first off, we've taken the intelligence out of the rack and really put it in each and every speaker. Features like PoE power, week-long scheduling, health monitoring for the speaker, as well as messages stored directly in the speaker. Like any other network device that rides on the network, all of our speakers are connected via category cable, and they're reliable, economical, flexible, scalable, and most importantly, secure. So adding audio to any IoT system is a natural progression. Axis Communications wants you to be successful selling audio. So we've introduced the Axis Audio Design Service. The Axis Audio Design Service takes information that you provide for your client's installation, and using scientifically proven, acoustically accepted software, will design a system and provide a complete report for your client's needs. More information on the Axis Design Service can be found at axis.com/audio design service. Axis Communications also offers a full suite of training online or on site. If you go to axis.com/academy, you can see the schedule for online as well as on-site training.
Well, I encourage everyone in our audience to check out that Axis website. Chris Wildforster of Axis Communications, thank you so much for joining us for 3 questions.
Thanks, Jonathan.